Here are 30 different companies that you could get a credit card for, and it just be entirely a soft pull, which means no hit to your credit score. Because honestly, with this method, I think this is the only way I'm going to be applying for these specific companies' cards from now on. And I'm wondering, comment below, have you guys heard of the shopping cart method? That's right, the shopping cart trick or method is basically the best way to get approved for these credit cards completely with a soft pull, and you could do this by actually going on to one of these 30 companies, and you're basically just playing a role, an actor or an actress of sorts. You're just trying to show these companies that you have an interest in buying their products, and this way, they're going to be offering you one of their store credit cards by hoping that you'll get approved for this credit card and subsequently buy more things on their website because you just got these extra credits, these extra discounts. So let me tell you why this is so powerful, and then in just a couple of minutes, I'll show you a live example of me actually going through this whole process. So the first thing you got to know is what's the difference between a hard pull and a soft pull. A hard pull is essentially the credit bureaus, the banks, people who just want to get a deep dive into your specific credit profile to see who you are as a person, your income, your payback history, etc. And by doing this, they can allow you to get approved for some car loans, some home loans, and of course, credit cards, which I guess is a give and take because you get approved for a lot more things, but it also means it's a hard pull on your credit account, which in turn can, for the short term at least, lower your credit score. But if you can use this method and actually get approved for all these credit cards for a complete soft pull and not hurt your credit score at all and still get the credit card, you best be damned I'm going to be doing it. And then by extension, if you're a person that does have a low credit score and no one will approve you for a credit card, you could possibly use this method to bypass the whole general normal system that everyone goes through, get the credit card so you could build that credit up starting from today. Okay, so now that we're jumping into the live example, the first thing you want to do, and usually you'll get a prompt as soon as you get onto the website to join their loyalty program. So just put your email address in there. Maybe they'll give you a discount code or promotion. So just make an account with a specific company and then come back to the video. Then after that, just make sure that you actually log in with that sign in that you just made and just keep it logged in on your browser. And then we're going to peruse and we're going to find some items that we may or may not want. The most important thing is we're a consumer, right? So let's put maybe $100 worth of items from this specific company in our cart, aka the shopping cart method, right? Which, by the way, you don't actually have to buy the thing to actually get approved for the credit card, but more on that in a second. Okay, so now let's go over to the checkout section to where it's going to show you a full list of the items that you just put in your cart. Now, either right there or when we actually go to proceed to checkout, so putting in all of your financial information, you may in fact receive a pop-up, maybe on the side of your screen, that shows, hey, do you want to apply for a store card so this way you can get a discount, get a promotion, etc. So now we just found the holy grail, but what if you're a person that's following along and you didn't see a pop-up at all? One thing I would recommend is maybe change to a different Google account, go into an incognito window, or just change the browser altogether. Another thing, if you're on a mobile device like I usually am, you're not going to be able to actually receive this pop-up sometimes, so occasionally you'll actually have to go on a desktop to actually see that pop-up, so if you have one, use it. So now that we actually got the pop-up, we're actually going to click the pop-up, and then we're going to go through all the normal credit card application stuff that you normally do. Now, one quick tip that this article notes is if you're asked for your full social security number, that typically means it's going to result in a hard pull, so don't put your full social security number if you don't want to hit that hard pull. But instead, when this shopping cart trick actually works, it's only going to ask you for the last 4 digits of your social security number, which should result in a soft pull. So typically when you finish the application, it also means you're going to be instantly approved for that said credit card that you just applied for. Then if you were just approved for that credit card, I mean, you're kind of done. That's right, you do not need to actually fully check out for the random items you just put in the cart. You could pretty much just make away like a bandit. They'll send you the credit card in the mail within the next couple of weeks, and you could just cancel out that whole order, unless you want to buy the things anyway that are in your cart. Now, just a couple of downsides and a couple of things to actually note if you do follow up with this method. Now, number one, I scoured Reddit, and a lot of people have said that this definitely works maybe 90% of the time, but there are some times that it does fall through the cracks, and you do end up getting a hard pull. If you get a hard pull, maybe you'll drop a few points, but it's going to recover in the next couple of months anyway, so not the biggest deal in the world, but I understand. Number two, I found some people talking about when they actually went through PayPal and not go through a credit card, it pretty much never allowed them to get that pop-up whatsoever. So I would recommend, just based on the anecdotal evidence that I've seen, is to just go to checkout with a credit or debit card. Don't select the PayPal option. And thirdly, a lot of the times when you actually get approved this way, since they're not doing a hard pull, they don't have a good profile on you specifically, so your limits are going to be typically a lot lower, sometimes in the $5 to $1,000 range, but I mean, it's something, right? Especially if you're a person just trying to rebuild your credit over time, then this is perfect for you. Now, believe it or not, the shopping cart trick is not the only way you can get approved for a credit card with just a soft pull. That's right, credit cards like the PenFed Platinum, and believe it or not, American Express also allows you to get credit cards with a soft pull completely, but let me explain. Now, typically with American Express, once you have one of their credit cards, whether it be a charge card or a credit card, they actually allow you with each subsequent card opening to get approved for a new credit card completely with a soft pull because you're in their ecosystem. Which is honestly a great thing to actually get within the ecosystem of American Express, because then after that, they have a ton of perks and benefits and high-tiered credit cards once you improve that credit score over time. And honestly, the only other ecosystem that is as good and powerful as American Express is Anthony Venture, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you want to join. Oh, and I just remembered, American Express also has its own trick, which essentially allows you to 3x your total credit limit with that American Express credit card specifically, so if you want to see that video, I'll leave it on the left-hand side.